Good morning, children. Today we are going to start a new topic. The name of the topic is The Shepherd's Treasure. This is taken from A Pact with the Sun, supplementary reader in English for class 6. So, first of all, we'll have to know some questions or some information. The Shepherd's Treasure. A poor shepherd once lived in Iran. Though uneducated, he was very wise and helpful. The king decided to meet him in disguise. This was introductory some information. We will go through the chapter and will come to know what is the story about. So let us begin. The Shepherd's Treasure. Class 6 English, Pact with the Sun book, Chapter 3, The Shepherd's Treasure. The Shepherd's Treasure Introduction. This story throws light upon the importance of human values, honesty, wisdom, and humanity. How, by following such high values and principles, a shepherd became a gardener. Here we have to understand that a shepherd means person who goes in the jungle taking his goats. Now, summary of the shepherd's treasure. A poor shepherd once lived in a village in Iran. He was uneducated but was very wise and helpful. He became very popular because of his helping nature and words of wisdom. His popularity reached the king, and the king decided to meet him in disguise. During his meeting, the king found that the shepherd was really wise, firm, and caring. Impressed by his humanity, the king made him governor of a small district. Soon the shepherd won people's heart with his wisdom. Governors of other districts started feeling jealous of him and spread rumors about him. They reported that he used to keep a part of the tax collected into an iron chest. Bothered by the varied comments, one day the king called the shepherd to his palace and asked him to open his iron chest. After opening the chest, they found nothing but an old blanket. The shepherd told the king that it was his only money and best companion. Realizing the shepherd's wisdom, kindness, and humanity, the king appointed him the governor of a bigger district. So, this is the summary of the lesson, The Shepherd's Treasure. It is a story. So, we have gone through the summary. You might have got the idea that what is the story about. Afterwards, we'll go through complete explanation of the chapter. Now, lesson and explanation. Just a minute, children. And this is a story which is taken from Iranian folklore or Iranian folk tale. Okay, so now we'll go through the lesson and even the explanation. Some new words are there. When I will explain the new words too. So we start. Lesson explanation: The Shepherd's Treasure. In a village in Iran, there once lived a shepherd. He was very poor. He did not even have a small cottage of his own. He had never been to school or learned to read and write, for there were very few schools in those days. Here, shepherd means person who takes care of the sheep, and cottage is a small house. So, explanation of this paragraph: a poor shepherd lived in Iran. He was so poor that he didn't even have a small house. Because of less number of schools during those days, he could never attend school to read and write. So he was living in Iran, and he was living in a small cottage. He was not living in a small cottage. He didn't have a small cottage too. He was not educated. He was illiterate because There were very few schools those days. We'll move further. Though poor and uneducated, this shepherd was very wise. He understood people's sorrows and troubles and helped them face their problems with courage and common sense. Many people came to him for advice. Soon he became famous for his wisdom and friendly nature. The king of that country heard about him and thought of meeting him. So, this is the paragraph. I'll read out the explanation. In spite of his poverty and illiteracy, this shepherd was very wise. He was able to understand people's pain and often helped them to solve their issues with courage and wisdom. People used to visit him to find suggestions and solutions. Because of this ability, he became popular. His popularity reached the king as well, and he thought of meeting him. So, this shepherd was very good person. He used to help the people. Though he was uneducated, he was very wise. And whenever there were sorrows or troubles to the people, he helped them with his common sense and courage. So many people got advice from him, and the same information reached to the king. So king was very happy, and king also thought to meet him. Let's see what happens next. Disguised as a shepherd and riding on a mule, one day the king came to the cave where the wise shepherd lived. As soon as the shepherd saw the traveler coming towards the cave, he rose to welcome him. He took the tired traveler inside the cave, gave him water to drink, and a share of his own meager meal. The king rested for the night in the cave and was greatly impressed by the shepherd's hospitality and wise conversation. Here, some new words are mentioned. Disguised means an appearance that hides the actual form. Then mule means an offspring, a male ass and a female horse. Meager means inadequate, quite less in amount. And hospitality means act of being friendly and warm reception. Now the explanation of this paragraph. The king dressed as a shepherd and hiding his true identity, the king reached the shepherd's cave on a mule. The moment the shepherd noticed him coming to his cave, he got up to greet him. He brought the traveler inside his cave and gave him water and food. The king took rest and stayed with him for the night in the cave. The king was impressed by his friendly, warm reception and words of wisdom. So the king came to the shepherd on a mule. When the shepherd saw the king coming on a mule as a traveler, he welcomed him and allowed him to be in the cave. He had given food to the king, and king was very happy. King stayed there for a night, and he became very happy by the hospitality of the shepherd. Next paragraph. Though still tired, the king decided to depart the next morning. He said, "Many thanks for your kindness to a poor traveler. I have a long way to go. Permit me to live." Looking straight into the eyes of his guest, the shepherd replies, "Thank you, your majesty, for paying me the compliment of a visit." Compliment means an expression of appreciation. So, explanation. Though the king was still feeling tired, yet he decided to leave from the place the very next morning. He expressed his gratitude to the poor shepherd for his warm and kind welcome. He sought his permission to leave the place. The shepherd addressed the king as your majesty and looking straight into his eyes expresses gratitude. Now here king was tired. King stayed in the cave for a night with shepherd, and though king was very tired, still he decided that he has to go to his palace. And he expressed his gratitude to the poor shepherd for the warm welcome. Then he sought his permission to leave the place, and when he asked for the permission, When the king asked for the permission, the shepherd addressed the king as Your Majesty, and he looked straight into his eyes, and he also expressed his gratitude. Next paragraph. The king was astonished as well as pleased. He is indeed very wise, he thought to himself. I need people like him to work for me. And the king appointed the humble shepherd to the governor of a small district. Although he rose to power and dignity, the shepherd remained as humble as ever. People loved and honored him for his wisdom, sympathy, and goodness. He was kind and just to one and all. His fame as his fame as a fair and wise governor soon spread throughout the country. Astonished means wondered, surprised. Pleased means happy, and humble means not proud but modest. Explanation of this paragraph is the king was wondering and was full of joy to hear his words. He thought that the shepherd was actually very wise. The poor, the people like him were the need of the king. The, the people like him were the need of the king. He must work for the king, and the king made him the governor of a small district. In spite of all the power and dignity, the shepherd remained humble and modest. People liked him and were full of appreciation for his wisdom and kindness. His behavior was just to everyone. He became popular as a good and a wise governor. So king appointed the shepherd as a governor of a small district. Though he got the good post, but he remained humble and modest. And with his humbleness and modesty, people started liking him. His popularity spread throughout the district. His behavior was just to everyone. Next, now the governors of the provinces grew terribly jealous of him and began to talk to the king against him. They said he is very dishonest and keeps for himself part of money that he collects as tax from the people. Why did he always carry with him? They added, an iron chest. Why did he always carry with him? They added, an iron chest. Perhaps he carried in it the treasure that he had secretly collected. After all, they said mockingly, he was an ordinary shepherd and could behave no better. And the see, provinces means states. Mockingly means making fun of. Will you done the explanation? The governors of the other states developed jealousy for him. They started speaking against him to the king. They started calling him dishonest and blamed him for keeping part of the tax money with him. They even posed questions over his iron chest. They said that it had all the treasure he had collected secretly. They made fun of him, calling him a common shepherd who was expected to behave in such a dishonest manner. See, when he became the governor of a small district, the governors of other districts started feeling jealous because of his popularity, and they told the king that the shepherd was dishonest. So, what happens? We will see next. At first, the king did not pay attention to these reports, but how long could he ignore these governors and their endless stories about the shepherd? One thing was certain, the king discovered the new governor did carry an iron chest with him all the time. Discovered means found. So, explanation. Initially, the king paid no attention to the such words, but gradually he had to. He did not believe that the governor carried an iron chest with him. He thought that he must inquire about the reason for carrying an iron chest with him all the time. So, at the beginning, the king hadn't paid attention towards the blames done by other governors of the districts. But with the passage of time, when he saw that the new governor carries an iron chest with him, the king thought that the shepherd must be inquired for the reason why he carries an iron chest with him all the time. Next, so one day the governor was summoned to the palace. He came riding on his camel, and to everyone's delight, the famous Anchis was there, fastened securely behind him on the camel's back. Summoned means called, delight means joy, and fastened means fixed or tied. Thus, the king called the new governor to the palace. He came on his camel. Everyone was feeling joy as the most talked about Anchis was tied behind him on the camel's back. So he was summoned. King sent a summon to the shepherd. Shepherd came sitting on the camel's back, and he had the Anchis with him. Now the king was angry. He thundered, "Why do you always carry that Anchis with you? What does it contain?" And now the king became angry and he shouted in anger. Seeing this, the king shouted in anger and asked him the reason for carrying the iron chest with him. The governor smiled. He asked his servant to bring in the chest. How eagerly the people standing around waited for the shepherd to be found out. But how great was their astonishment, and even of the king himself, when the chest was opened, no gold or silver or jewels, but an old blanket was all that came out. Holding it up proudly, the shepherd said, "This, my dear master, is my only treasure. I always carry it with me." And when the shepherd came in the palace, what did he do? The governor smiled, means the shepherd smiled and asked his attendant to bring that chest. All the people were very curious to see and find what it had inside. But when it was opened by him, all the courtiers, all the governors found no precious gold or silver but an old blanket. The shepherd took it in his hands with pride and explained to the king that it was his treasure. Yes, at the end, when the shepherd opens his chest and shows the blanket to the king, that time he says that, "Your Majesty, this blanket is the greatest treasure of mine that I always carry with myself." Such is the lesson, children. But why do you carry such an ordinary blanket with you? Surely you are the governor of a district. The king asked, to which the shepherd replied with quiet dignity, "This blanket is my oldest friend. It will still protect me if at any time your majesty should wish to take away my new cloaks." Ordinary means common. Cloak means a kind of clothing. Explanation of this paragraph. But the king was curious to know the reason for carrying such an old blanket, to which the shepherd replied in a very dignified and respectful manner that blanket was his oldest friend. In times of need it would protect him. If the king wished, he could take his new clothing, but that blanket was very dear to him. When the king asked him the reason why he carried that chest with him and that blanket with him, that time the shepherd replied that that blanket is his oldest friend, and it will still protect him if any time king throws him out of his post. How pleased the king was, and how embarrassed the jealous governors became to hear the wise man's reply. Now they knew that the shepherd was indeed the humblest and the wisest man in the land. The king made him the governor of a much bigger district that very day. Embarrassment, feeling of shame and awkwardness, and it means in reality. The king felt very happy to hear his words. The governor were ashamed. Now it was clear to everyone that the shepherd was the humblest and the wisest man there. Feeling proud of him, the king gave him a bigger district to look after at that very time. And when the king, as well as all the governors of the district sitting in the palace, came to know that the shepherd was the greatest and humblest man there, and the king felt very proud of him. And at the same time, the king gave him a bigger district and made him the governor of a bigger district. So it was the story, children. I think that you have understood very well. Children, for a better understanding, go through two times so that you can have minute evaluation or minute awareness of the chapter. You can understand it very well. Thank you, children. Stay home, stay safe.